Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that when anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So happy Monday, you guys. Happy Monday. I hope your weekend was better than mine. I'm not going to get into the details. All I'm going to say to you guys, because I know I like to be transparent, and just in case you guys are seeing or feeling a little dip in my mood, it's just been a really rough weekend. That's all I'm going to say about that. I did have a significant crisis in the family dealing with my eldest child. Nothing pandemic related, but it is a serious issue, and so yeah, I'm feeling the, I don't want to say the after effects because we're still in the midst of it, but yeah, basically just got some stuff going on, you guys. But we're going to jump into the news. Outside of that, I know I may be a little bit late to the party when talking about this first subject, but I'm bringing it to you anyway. So it says Oregon Democratic lawmakers have finally introduced a bill after months of hammering out a plan. Originally, Oregon lawmakers in the spring flirted with legislation that aim to send up to $2,000 stimulus payments to essential workers and give $1,200 to unemployed residents who return to work. Okay. It was then said to be scaled down to around $1,000 in January. But you know what? The final outcome is that there are going to be $600 payments that are going to be going out. So it says now the one-time payments have been brought down to $600 in a plan that now estimated to cost the state about $180 million. Okay. East Portland Representative Andrea Valderrama, a chief sponsor on the bill, said that the reason for the downsizing is because the previous level would have made recipients eligible for federal taxation, as reported by Oregon Public Broadcasting. Okay, so they're trying to make it easy for you guys to get your money without having to worry about it being taken away due to back taxes. I'm assuming that that's what that means. The new bill allows eligible workers to get the full payment without worrying about taxes. Okay. Back taxes, current taxes, whatever it is, they're trying to make it to where you can get the full amount. Okay. Also, two other major modifications were made. The original piece of the legislation would have allowed low-income workers to apply for the stimulus payments. However, lawmakers drew concerns about finding a state agency or third-party vendor that would be able to process payments in a timely fashion. If this route was chosen, many Oregon residents may not have gotten their payments until next year or possibly beyond that point. Okay. Residents who file taxes with an individual taxpayer identification number, or the ITIN, and without a social security number would also qualify for payments. Okay. Around 260,000 people in Oregon are expected to qualify for these payments. Okay. I know this article does go on to say that it goes off of your tax return. Okay. I'm trying to go down to see if there's any additional information that may be necessary. Doesn't seem like there is. It says next, the bill heads to its first public hearing. Okay. I'm very excited about the energy in terms of the support. This is coming from the chief sponsor. Again, Mrs. Valderrama. Okay. I remain very optimistic about the viability and success of seeing this through. And then it goes on to talk about other states and what they're planning on doing in terms of payouts for stimulus and all of that jazz. Okay. So moving on from that, I think that's good news though. Good news. Good news. Moving on from that, we have a new income program with monthly payments of $1,000 to launch in 5 days. Okay, so this application's open February 25th. Let me see if I think this is in California. Yeah, it is. This is in California. Okay, applications opened last week on the 25th for guaranteed income program that will send $1,000 to payments to eligible recipients for 17 months. Applications open on February the 25th, and the first payments will be distributed by April the 15th, according to the West Hollywood Pilot for Guaranteed Income, also known as WHPGI. All right. Only 25 people selected at random from the application process will be eligible to receive the $1,000 a month payment for 17 months through the California program. Again, the application has opened as of the 25th of February, and it will stay open all the way up until Sunday, March the 6th. Okay. All selected participants will be notified between March the 14th and March the 31st. The first monthly cash payment will be distributed on April the 15th. Now, let's talk about who's eligible. The program is open to a select group of eligible participants aged 50 or older and living in West Hollywood. Okay. It is open to all residents regardless of citizenship status. To be eligible, applicants must identify as a lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, or asexual. Okay. It goes on to say the WHPGI is sponsoring the program to ensure the money will provide older people who identify within this community also have stable housing and improved quality of life. The organization found 43% of West Hollywood's 36,723 residents identify as being a part of that particular community. Okay. Meanwhile, 44% of residents living in poverty are older age adults, 55 and up. To access payments, participants will receive a debit card that will link to a bank account that receives the monthly deposits. Recipients do not need an existing bank account to receive the money. To qualify, annual household income must be equal to or less than very low income, 50% area median income for the metropolitan area of Los Angeles, Long Beach, and Glendale, as determined by the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development. Okay, household for an income of one. We're going to go through the stats really quick. Household for one, 41,000 or less. For a household of two, 47,300, household of three, 53,200, household of four, 59,100, and household of five, 63,850. Okay. Trying to see if there is anything else in here. I don't think that there is. I like it. I don't like the fact that there are only enough spots for 25 people, is what it said. Yeah, only 25 people selected at random. I think we could do better than that. Only 25. There's a heck of a lot more people than just 25 people that need assistance. So I'm not really feeling the number. You know what I mean? I'm usually very optimistic and say baby steps. At least there's one foot in the door. But on this, I think you definitely could have done better. 25 people is a very, very, very small group. Okay. You could have done more than that. Okay. Moving on. So I know you guys will hopefully, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been following the news. You know what's going on in the world. We're going to take a quick look. Nonetheless, I'm not going to get too deep into it. There's just a lot of rumors going on, revolving around what's going on with the Russia and Ukraine nonsense. Okay, so yeah. One thing that I did want to say to you guys, no, I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Let's talk about this. We talked about this slightly last week. I did kind of just graze over it, giving you my personal opinion about how I feel like the effects of war affects everybody. Okay. And then an article came out yesterday. It says with household budgets already stretched to the limits, of prolonged conflict in Ukraine has many feeling anxious. Gas prices hit all-time highs as Russia invaded Ukraine. Okay. As Russia tanks rode across the border of Ukraine and long-range missiles hit targets, the world was rightly focused on the humanitarian fallout of Russia's cross-border excursion into Ukraine Thursday. But as Ukrainian resistance mounts and the prospects of a longer conflict increase, what does that mean for Southern California's fuel prices, which already hit record highs this week? So let me tell you guys, they're saying that average gas prices in San Diego hit $4.67 this week. And then in Los Angeles is $4.87. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that there are already some cities that have been reporting in California that their gas prices are as high as $6. Okay. I think that's in, I want to say the rich and wealthy cities like Beverly Hills, you know what I mean, Rodeo Drive, those areas, the gas prices are ridiculously high. I don't care what your financial situation is. I know that obviously if you are more financially stable, then it is a lot easier for you to pay those prices. But just in a general sense, I think that $6 a gallon gas prices is not okay. And actually, just as I'm saying it, I am seeing a post on, I think this is Twitter, it says Sky Fox was over a gas station near Beverly Hills where regular gas price was set to $6.15 a gallon. Okay. And that's the lowest grade. The highest grade goes up to $6.65. Again, this is in Beverly Hills. The United States on Thursday imposed visa bans and asset freezes on top Russia officials and lawmakers, as well as a bank that is the personal bank of the president Okay, in response, Russia's foreign ministry vowed to retaliate against the U.S., raising fears that the conflict would drag on long enough to affect world oil supplies this summer. So it's only going to get worse. Gas prices automatically go up in the summertime because that's when people are traveling. You know, I hope that it doesn't get that high where I am. I hope that it doesn't get that high for anybody else. You know what I mean? I hope that those gas prices where they're already high drop. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know, you guys. I'm hoping, but at the end of the day, we don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows, okay? But let's jump off of that because it's depressing and I got enough stress in my life to be worrying about how much it's going to cost. So the best thing that I can tell you guys, which is something that I have been trying to do, at the end of the day, you're still going to pay the same amount for gas, but what I tried to do is not let my gas tank get below half tank. You know what I mean? Because you pay more. So if it costs you $50 to fill up your tank, I would rather pay the $25. For some people, they may have to pay that more often depending on how much they drive. For some people, it may not be a big deal. You may only have to pay that once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. But I try not to let my gas tank go below half a tank. That's just me personally, because I don't ever want to go to the gas tank and look up and see that I spent $70, $80 to fill up my car, okay? Moving on from that, you guys, I did actually prepare for emergency SNAP maximum benefits. I'm only going to go over the March, okay, the March dates. We do have quite a few new states that has been added to the list. I think we're up to 21 states that has been approved for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of March. So we're going to end this video off on a good note, okay? We're going to talk about positive things, which is everybody getting that extra EBT, okay? Eat better today. I need all of y'all to be having that food in your system because Lord knows with what's going on with war and everything, we have no idea. We have no idea. You know what I mean? We're already dealing with shortages across the world. They're talking about oil shortages. We dealing with grocery shortages, among other things, okay? But anyways, jumping into emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of March, we have Alabama at April the 1st, Arizona March the 1st or the 2nd, DC regular issuance, Indiana March the 5th through the 23rd, odd days staggered only, Iowa March the 1st through the 10th, Kentucky March the 2nd through the 19th, Louisiana March the 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th, Maine March the 10th, Maryland March the 1st through the 31st, Michigan March the 19th through the 28th, New Jersey March the 1st through the 5th, New Mexico all month long, March the 1st through the 31st. North Carolina, we have March the 22nd through the 31st. Oklahoma, we have March the 10th through the 15th. Pennsylvania, March the 17th through the 19th, the 22nd through the 26th, the 29th through the 30th, and then May 6th. We have Rhode Island at March the 3rd. South Carolina, March the 1st through the 19th. Texas, March the 7th through the 11th. But I'm going to tell you guys, as I always do for Texas, because sometimes you don't get your benefits within the dates that are posted on the USDA. So give it all the way up until the end of the month. I know it's frustrating, but give it all the way up until the end of the month. However, on the USDA website, and I did check that this morning, it said March 7th through the 11th. Virginia, we have March the 16th. West Virginia, we have March 3rd, and then a final run on April the 13th. Wisconsin, we have March the 19th, and then May the 7th. And that is all for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of March. Now, I did notice that there was a state that I don't have written down for pandemic EBT, and I believe that that is West Virginia. So I'm not going to pull it up on the device that I'm recording on, but I am going to look it up on my phone really quick and just see if I can kind of mull over that information for you guys fairly quickly. So let me go to the page because I keep it pulled up on my phone always. Okay, so West Virginia, hopefully, like I said, it's easy to get to. Okay, so for West Virginia, this is pandemic EBT for the current school year, 2021-2022. You know what? I can go over all the other states, but we're going to start with West Virginia since I'm already on this page. P-Ebt for year 2022, they're going to be paying out their benefits retroactively. Okay, so the issuance dates are going to be April the 11th, May 5th. No. April the 11th, May the 2nd, July 25th, sometime in mid to late August. It's not given a specific date for that time frame because that period is for the summer pandemic EBT, okay? And then if there are any payments that didn't get distributed, or if you had some issues, if there were some things that they need to correct for whatever the reason may be, they're going to distribute those benefits in, what is this? January, February, 7. I think this is, I always get this mixed up. I think this is September the 29th. Yeah, September the 29th. Okay. So let me say this one more time because I know I kind of fumbled over everything. So we have a benefit distribution dates for West Virginia. We have an availability date of April the 11th, an availability date of May the 2nd, an availability date of July the 25th. We have sometime in mid to late August for summer benefits to be distributed. And then if they need to correct anything, if they were missing anything, or if you disputed anything, those benefits will be distributed in September on the 29th. Okay, that is for West Virginia. Now, I do have the other months written down back here, so I'm just going to pull that paper out really, really quick. My son is right here eating his corn dog. Okay, so we have Indiana. They're going to pay out on a quarterly basis. It should have started the first weekend in December. Then moving forward, it's going to be a payment in February, a payment in May, and a payment in July. Colorado, we have June, July, September, and November. Delaware, we have February the 17th, March the 17th, April the 21st, May the 19th, and June the 16th. Louisiana, we have February, March, April, May, June, and then it says by the 20th of the month retroactively, which means you will receive the payments a month after the month has already passed. Okay, so for example, you receive your February payments in March, you receive your March payments in April, and so on and so forth. Okay, Michigan, you are going to be receiving your payments monthly. First payment will go out in March, and that's going to be retroactive for the month September of 2021 to January of 2022. Minnesota, we have payments should have went out sometime November of last year, and then moving forward, you're going to receive payments in February, June, July, and then possibly in August. Okay. Nebraska, I still haven't found any payout information. New Mexico, it says to be determined, but at the same time, it also says that 2 payments should have went out at the end of January. Okay. North Carolina says payments will begin at the end of January or in February. That will be for retroactively for months September, October, and November, and then benefits to be deposited between the 25th and the 30th of every month. Ohio, it says first issuance by the end of November, and that's going to be retroactively for the month August through October, and then monthly again, paying out retroactively, so you'll get your benefits for January and February, February and March, and so on and so forth. Rhode Island, February the 4th, 11th, 18th, and 28th, and then a final run March the 4th. Tennessee, May, July, August will be a cleanup month. Vermont, benefits issued retroactively. First round will be for September through January, possibly 75 days after your case had been approved, and then I went in there and I counted it for you. That should be sometime in mid to late April. Okay, Virginia, it says monthly by the 25th of each month. And then lastly, Wisconsin is going to be monthly. I have March the 5th, April the 9th, May the 14th, and then June the 18th. Baby, can you get your corn dog out mommy's face while I'm trying to talk, boo-boo? Thank you. All right, you guys, as always, I was trying to keep this video short and sweet. Hopefully it didn't go too long. Okay, hopefully we still below 20 minutes. But as always, you guys, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you in the least little bit. Don't forget to smash that like button because it really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around. I'm not trying to be, a Debbie Downer, but I feel like my channel should be growing just a little bit more than it's growing. I think I've been pretty consistent, I want to say, for the last, 8 to 11 months. I've been posting pretty consistently. This doesn't have anything to do with y'all, but that's what I'm saying. How the YouTube algorithm works. It's like some people slide up in there and their channels grow. There's a lot of YouTubers that I've watched and their channels were like 30, 40,000 when I wasn't even, nowhere near that, still nowhere near that. But I'm looking at their channels now and they're in the 80s and 90,000. And I'm like, good God, what's going on? What do I got to do to get my channel to grow? But anyways, you guys, as always, I'm going to say, remember to live, love, and elevate. As you can see, I've got some distraction here. I've got someone who needs some attention. And yeah, let me jump off of here and edit this video so I can get it out to you guys. But again, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again over and over again. Remember to live, love, and elevate. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all. You gonna say bye? Say bye. They can't see you. Come up here. Say it. Bye. Bye. Ew, with food in your mouth. Nasty.